Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Zoo Tycoon. In the last video, we played a vanilla scenario, just the base game, no expansions, nothing fancy, and we did great. Well, in today's video, we are going to add in the Dinosaur Digs expansion. Now, this is the content that some people felt like it kind of ruined the game. And that's not too hard to understand why. You take Zoo Tycoon and the Marine Mania expansion, and basically what you've got is a believable zoo where you have, real animals that are on land or in the sea, and you create this beautiful zoo around them. Well, with Dinosaur Digs, you basically turn it into Jurassic Park, and apparently that was a little too far-fetched for some people. Kind of jumped the shark. Well, for me, it didn't bother me that much as a kid. I kind of liked it anyway. And the added benefit of the fences occasionally breaking down and dinosaurs charging after your guests, well, that was just icing on the cake for a 12-year-old boy. Let's go ahead and find ourselves a good intermediate scenario that will be pretty fun for us. Valley of the Dinosaurs is kind of a classic. You have 18 months, just like last time, a zoo rating of 75, not too difficult. An average animal happiness of 75, pretty easy, but we also have to have 8 different dinosaur or prehistoric animal species. And a pretty decent exhibit for them to boot. That could be kind of fun. Let's give this one a shot. Now, let's see. Do we start off with pretty much anything? Well, we have a tar pit. I cannot imagine that the dinosaurs are going to like that. Now, one thing you can do at the very beginning of a scenario, if you want to, is just take this delete tool and just drag it all the way across and take everything. Everything gets destroyed. Boom. $30,000 more for me. That was super easy money. And now I can build better exhibits, and it's just a big blank park. I mean, really, what are the odds I was going to go that far back anyway? Not very good. All right, so in this particular scenario, we have $180,000 to start with. Not bad. Dinosaur Digs. What kind of stuff do we want? Well, we could get a giant sloth. We could get Styracosaurus, an Iguanodon, a Platyosaurus, Lambeosaurus? I think that's right. Camposaurus, Stegosaurus. A whole bunch of different kinds of things down here. The Loch Ness Monster. Woolly Rhino, Saber-Tooth Cat, Giant Tortoise, an Allosaurus. These things are pretty good. Yeah. Lots of different things we could get if we want to be crazy with it, and I say we get crazy with it. There we go. The most important stuff is set up. We got a gift shop, a restaurant, a cinema, and mammoth cones, and putt-putt golf. Oh, right. We probably should actually get some dinosaurs in here too, right? Yeah, that would be important. Okay, hang on. Well, why don't we start with something classic, like, I don't know, saber-tooth cats. I know it's not a dinosaur exactly, but they're going to be kind of cool, right? Yeah, I think so. We'll get ourselves a male. Wait, we haven't actually finished up the oh, wait, hang on. Of course, we need to actually get this last piece right there. There we go. Saber-tooth. Saber-toothed exhibit. Can I type today? That'll have to do. All right. We will place one right here. And a female here. I think they're going to want to have more than just 2, probably, but oh well. Okay, so you see this new guy here. He's not a zookeeper. He's a scientist. That's how you know he's qualified to take care of these prehistoric animals. And yes, indeed, by the way, they would like to have more of their kind. So let's go ahead. Whoop, they don't want to have competing males, though. We didn't learn that from last time, apparently. All right, there we go. Too much snow. They need some gray stone in order to be happy. Also, the terrain is too steep. You know, it's funny. I would have thought that you guys would have been happy with that arrangement, but okay. Sure, we can reduce the size of this a little bit. Lower the hills. It's too much. Okay, you happy with that? Good. Let's get ourselves some gray stone, kind of like this. I'm just gonna woo. Good? Yes? Happy? There we go. Nice little exhibit for my saber-toothed cats. Big kitty cat. I guess I kind of expected them to want more snow, but turns out they like it nice and dry. Okay, let's go ahead and hire a scientist. And this guy gets $1,000 a month, so he better be really freaking good at his job. This is honestly the big problems with dinosaurs. It costs a lot of money, but there is potentially a huge reward simply because dinosaurs, well, we're the only people in the world that has them, which means we have a virtual monopoly and get a load of money. It's great. Of course, in most cases, if you want to get some sort of a prehistoric exhibit, you have to have these eggs. Giant tortoises, for example. And they're not going to be able to really tell me much of anything as far as what they want because, well, they haven't been born yet. But even so, we can try prepping up a beautiful cage for them. We'll go ahead and place down some fresh water, because I'm pretty confident they're going to want some of that. So we'll do something like this over here. That'll have to be good for the time being, and then we'll set down some Arctic grass, just so that when they are born, they find themselves enthralled with the beauty of this location. Hey, look, my little tortoises have been born. Hi, guys. Oh, that didn't take too long. There's too much snow and not enough water or gray stone. Oh, don't worry, guys. I can fix that. I'm sorry it wasn't everything you dreamed it would be while you were incubating in your little egg. But don't worry. I'll take good care of you. Nothing to worry about. And don't worry, these little turtles will get bigger eventually. They start off as little babies, but in time, they truly will be gigantic. I've also created a little exhibit over here for a Loch Ness Monster. Why? I don't know. Because I like the idea of revitalizing the Loch Ness Monster. It's just kind of cool. Hey guys, I got a Loch Ness Monster. What do you guys got? Oh, you got some bongos. That's cool. That's cool. One thing you gotta love is that the poop of these prehistoric animals is so big the guy can't come by with a simple rake. No. He has to go by with a giant poop vacuum and suck it all up. That is disgusting. Now, these 3 exhibits are going to be cool and all, but we need to have some sort of a big crowd pleaser. I think the best thing to do is to probably go for the Allosaurus. Yeah, these guys are going to be dangerous. If they get out, they absolutely will chase people down and try to kill them. But that is exactly why my guests will be thrilled to see one. Hey, look, the Loch Ness Monster hatched! Hi! Wow, that's a loud noise. I'm going to name you Nessie. Hi, Nessie. What do you want? Fresh water and less sand. Okay. Gee whiz, you are loud, aren't you, Nessie? Goodness. Insistent. Now, if we are going to place down some sort of Allosauruses, we need to have some really strong fencing, and there is something special available in Dinosaur Digs. Shut up, Nessie! Besides the reinforced concrete and stuff like that, there's also electrified fences, which is kind of necessary because these Allosaurs will see the tiny little people running around, and they're like, hey, prey! Let's chase that down! And you gotta zap them to get them to knock it off. So that's why we need to have electric fences. I'm gonna place it over here. We're gonna have a nice, big, open cage. Probably, this might be too small still. Let's go for something like this. Okay, how do I spell, Allosaurus? Crap, I don't remember how to spell it. You guys know what I mean, though. That's what our exhibit's gonna be. We're gonna have the exit right over there. We're going to want to place down the eggs. I'm going to have just a single male for now. Maybe we get a female later, but they're okay living alone, supposedly. And we do know that they like the rainforest and fern bushes. So let's get rid of all this snow, because I know when he hatches, I don't want him to be too upset, because then he might just go on a freaking rampage. And that would not be a good start. Not at all. So let's do this. Oh, I think it's hatching. There it is. Wow, it's a big Allosaurus. It's already well-suited! Well, look at that! I'm amazing at what I do. And I'm just going to place a little bit of water along the edge, because I think it's less likely to go charging after people if it can't reach the fence, because water's in the way. Oh, there were too many rocks, apparently. Okay. Well, there we go. That should make things a little bit easier, I hope. Now, I've never been able to decide if placing an observation area kind of like this reduces the visibility of the people, so that maybe the dinosaur doesn't want to go kill them. I don't know. I just know that if I get much closer, we might be putting our people at risk. So let's not do that. Let's get an Iguanodon exhibit going. The larger cousins of the iguana. Little did you know that the mighty iguana was descendant of the Iguanodon. That's probably correct, right? I have no idea. I think these guys like herds, right? Small to medium herds. Maybe a couple of females and a single male might be okay? I'm not too sure. There are specialized... There are some specialized shelters for dinosaurs as well. A dino cave, for example, like this is probably a good idea. And then beyond that, what do we know about the gentle Iguanodon? It looks like it likes to live in deciduous forests and have lots of magnolia trees. I can arrange that. You know, the big downside of all these exhibits is that they are so expensive to create and then to maintain that we blew through that $180,000 like it was nothing. Because it turns out it was practically nothing. Ick. All right, well, hopefully with the Iguanodons being born relatively soon, That will be enough of a cash cow to keep the zoo going until I get some proper money. And then, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what to do from there. I need a lot more dinosaurs. Nessie escaped? How the heck did Nessie escape? Nessie! The Loch Ness Monster is loose! How'd this even happen? Okay, you get back in here for a second. Where's my maintenance worker? Going to fix fence. No freaking kidding you're going to go fix that fence. What the crud is wrong with you fools? I was about to get all excited about the Iguanodon and you didn't fix the glass pen, and then the Loch Ness Monster escaped and roamed amongst the people. Unbelievable. Nessie escaped again! What is wrong with these stupid maintenance workers? Nessie! Nessie, that's the third time! How do you keep doing this? You know, I really thought that the glass panes would hold Nessie, but it looks like we actually do have to go for some sort of reinforced concrete, because a Loch Ness Monster, much stronger than I had anticipated. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and delete all this and we'll start from scratch with Nessie. Now, you don't get to complain anymore, Nessie. You violated your privileges. Now you get the stronger cage. I am sure there's a very good reason you guys are just wandering around here in the middle of nowhere. Weirdos, get back on the path. Hey, why is there a witch flying over my zoo? Explain that one to me. You can't do it, can you? No. Alright, so I got these new little guys, the Caudipteryx, or whatever you call them. They're little insectivores, tiny little guys. They just eat lots and lots of bugs. That's pretty much their entire purpose in life. Would you guys stop cleaning the poo for a second and go feed the new little babies? Come on. They're babies. Give them their roaches. Actually, it's pretty gross if I remember correctly. It's like a giant, yep, there it is. Giant writhing pile of insects. Horrifying. You can see, by the way, that my dinosaurs have indeed gotten bigger. The Allosaurus is all grown up. He's still quite happy, which is awesome. He's not trying to attack anybody. Nessie has stopped trying to break out of her cage, so she's clearly happy. And the giant tortoises are actually, well, giant. So yeah, I think I need like one more exhibit, right? Let's see. 8 exhibits. So, okay, hang on. 8 different dinosaur or prehistoric animal exhibits, but then 8 dinosaur. Do you just mean Dinosaur Digs? Or do my prehistoric ones not count, in which case I somehow need to raise a lot more money so I can actually afford to build more exhibits in only a few months? Ooh, that actually could be a little bit tough. Oh, goody. Scientist training that allows my scientists to walk faster. How much money did I have to pay to teach them how to walk faster? Explain that one to me. Alright, we need to keep building out more exhibits. I'm going to take a gamble. Usually what happens is if you run really low on money, there's an emergency fundraiser that gives you an extra $10,000. It's a one-time lifeline. I sometimes have no problem with manipulating that so that I can try to get out exhibits a little bit faster. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves another one, counting on the fact that I'm going to run out of money and hopefully get some free money. There we go! 10,000 buckaroonies. It worked. Not that it seems to have mattered much. $8,000 to turn this all into savanna grass so I can place a couple of Ankylosauruses? It's freaking ridiculous. I can't even afford the Ankylosaurus. Who would have thought that dinosaur cloning was a very expensive endeavor? Oh, good grief, and now the tortoise has escaped. Where is it? Where's the tortoise? Where'd you go? There you are. Oh no, a giant turtle is coming to eat us! Oof! How'd they even do that? I'm gonna guess that the wall either decayed or they actually can break through these. Which would not surprise me considering what Nessie was doing, and yet at the same time they haven't done it until now. So what exactly is the problem? I don't know. They just saw one of these little girls and are like, oh man, I want to take a chomp out of that thing. Chomp chomp. Okay, we have an Ankylosaurus and a second one. There we go. Okay. You want more in the herd. Well, I understand that, but you see, I'm a little low on this thing called money. Now, being a more highly evolved life form than you, I understand you probably wouldn't understand what I'm saying. And yet, I'm still gonna mock you for it. I think it's funny that the game keeps reminding me that my zoo is running low on money. Yes, I am keenly aware of this fact. Thank you. Okay, it looks like we've actually managed to achieve everything. As long as no animals escape from their cages, we should be fine. My Ankylosauruses are still a little unhappy, but that'll change over time. They just weren't happy there weren't enough of them in the cage. But now that we have a third, that's a little bit better. Yeah, see? Its happiness is improving by the day. All right, so yeah, all we have to do now is just run out the clock and make sure nothing escapes, and we should be good to go. So you see, guys, it's really not that hard to come up with a good dinosaur-themed zoo. The problem really with dinosaurs is that they are very expensive to get started with. I mean, seriously, $2,700 for an Ankylosaurus? Jeez. You know, an elephant costs $2,500. I mean, granted, an Ankylosaurus is an extinct dinosaur, so that's actually a pretty good price and when you really think about it. But even so, it's expensive. The cages are expensive. The maintenance is expensive. The scientists are expensive. Everything about dinosaurs just screams, we're going to pay a lot of money for this. And unfortunately, it doesn't really pay for itself quite as much as it probably ought to. So dinosaurs aren't really worth it that much, in my opinion. Maybe whenever you want to have a hybrid game, you know, big sandbox mode, get like 4 different exhibits for dinosaurs after you're already situated and have a fully functioning zoo. Then just play around with it. But in the meantime, I don't know. Dinosaur Digs, it is fun, and it's kind of cool that we're creating our own little Jurassic Park, but at the same time, it really is a little bit, I don't know, less fun than Zoo Tycoon, and a little bit harder as well, for really not a lot of gain. It's more the novelty than anything else, and that's fine for some people. And honestly, at the end of the day, I guess it's fine for me too. I just like to complain. Oh goody, my dinosaurs are giving birth to other dinosaurs. I guess it is one upside to having the dinosaurs. If they do give birth, you can sell off the extra ones for a pretty hefty profit. That's not so bad, I suppose. And you know something? For a pixelated game like Zoo Tycoon, I am kind of surprised how much a little bit of extra trees here and there actually does go a long way to beautifying this place a little bit. Before it looked so bare over here, but now if I kind of envision myself as a little avatar walking around on the paths, yeah, these trees kind of between the buildings and stuff, it makes the whole zoo feel a little bit more full and complete, you know? It's just the little things, the little artistic things you can do in games like this. It's kind of fun. You know, I am tempted, just for the sake of it, to show you guys what happens if the Allosaurus gets out. Could be kind of fun. Let me save my game real quick. I'll be right back. All right, Allosaurus, go free! The Allosaurus has escaped! Go chase things down! Oh, look at all the people running away. Oh, no! He's eating somebody! He's squishing him under his foot! Oh, no! Oh, these poor people. They're all very dead. The Allosaurus is having a heck of a time. If you ever did want to solve this, right? If you didn't intend for this to happen, and it totally does happen, then what you need to do is get a dinosaur recovery team. So basically it launches a helicopter, it launches a sleep dart, and then you can try to get it back in its cage. Oh, man. Fun times. By the way, if you ever are wondering how you can easily check to see if an exhibit is starting to decay, you know, the walls might fall down because you're worried about another frickin' tortoise escaping, best thing to do then is to go to the exhibit show list down over here, and you can scroll down. If any of them are yellow, it means that something needs to be repaired. If it's red, it means it's already broken and you've probably lost the game. Whoa, Ankylosaurus grew up into a big boy. Look at them spines. Oh yeah, I'll bet you're proud of yourself. You know, if there's anything that I wish this game was better at, it's, well, 1, a speed-up button would be great, but 2, I wish there was a little bit of an easier way to get some customer feedback, you know, guest feedback and such. I mean, yeah, you can click on the guest list here, and it'll tell you if there's a lot of people that are hungry or thirsty or whatever, and it gives you some idea if you're grossly negligent on something, but that's about it. Would they like to see a more beautified environment? You know? Do they think that the prices of the ice cream cones are too high? I'm just saying, this is something that the old Roller Coaster Tycoon did pretty well, but Zoo Tycoon is just kind of like, we'll just assume that every single one of these guests are exactly the same and monolithic. And they'll just march around buying everything, and they won't give you any specific feedback. All they do is they leave a dislike on your YouTube video and don't tell you what you could have done to improve. That's what these guys are like, and I find that frustrating. You know, I can see why this Stego Putt-Putt Golf has not made me a lot of money over the last 18 months. It's got one hole. One putt-putt hole for $9. That's a terrible deal. Even I'll admit that it's robbery. Unbelievable. Just when I was checking to see if something was broken, sure enough, a tortoise escaped. Shut up, woman. Shut up. It's fine. It's contained. Shut up. My God, she is still going. Talk about a hysterical woman. Well, awesome. Now I've only got a couple of weeks, and I've somehow got to get my rating back up to 75. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to reload a save game just because of that stupid thing. Ah! It's so frustrating. It's a good thing I've been saving every couple months. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my own darn fault. Knowing that the giant tortoises can easily knock down these tiny stone walls, did I do anything to fix it? No. I'm like, yeah, they're peaceful turtles. They're not gonna hurt nobody. Ah. Serves me right. Oh, now this scares me a little bit more. The Allosaurus exhibit is starting to decay? There's the broken fence. Fix it, please. I do not want this guy getting out. That I cannot live with. And we should be about done any second now. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that is Dinosaur Digs, or at least one of the many scenarios involved. Kind of fun. There's a lot more, obviously, but that's all we have time for today. So next video, we're going to jump into my personal favorite of the expansions, Marine Mania, where we get to start experimenting with all manner of different sea critters. Dolphins, orcas, giant blue tunas, I don't know. It's going to be great. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you did enjoy this video, then I ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, of course, showing your support, subscribe if you have not already, and be sure to hit that notify button. My name is Pravus, and I will see you guys next time.